Greetings, everyone. I'm Zac.
And I'm Oscar.
And we are here with another Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. episode review.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this episode is probably one you guys have been expecting the most, because we finally get the answer as to what that writing on the wall is.
Spoilers, it's a cookie recipe.
Yeah. Actually, it's the recipe to the world's largest chimichanga. And probably cookies, too. Deadpool would be proud.
Chimichangas and cookies. I like that idea.
Yeah, why don't just mix them together? Or anyway, in this episode, Coulson is a little, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, for lack of a better word.
Well, yeah, he doesn't start out cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but he's kind of pretty normal in the beginning, but it gets worse and worse the farther into the episode we go.
Yeah, and we also get to see that guy that we saw from the last, end credits from the last episode. I think his name was Thompson, right? Because I keep forgetting whose name is who now.
Yeah, Thompson.
And if you remember, his whole body was basically tattooed with that writing.
Yeah, but it didn't start out like that. We also get his backstory, and the backstory of some other thing, like the formula that Coulson was injected with.
Yeah, and it turns out, if you guys remember from the last season, it was revealed that Coulson was actually in charge of the Tahiti project.
Indeed, he was.
Yeah, and we get to see a lot more of that. We actually find out that he was actually there during the process of it, running through these different guys that were basically put through the process. If that makes any sense. I'm just rambling words here.
Yeah, they basically tested this GH formula out on a couple of people. I think one had cancer, and after she got the formula, she was cured. But then there's the side effects to it all.
Yeah, I think there was about 3 or 4, I think 5 maybe, including Thompson, and after they got the formula... Oh, it was 6?
Yeah, 6 people.
Including Thompson, or was it opposite him?
Including Thompson.
Okay, so there's basically 6 of them, including Thompson. After they get the formula, as you would expect, they slowly start to go nuts. So actually, they just jump cut to when they're just nuts, and one of the guys is actually just sitting there drooling.
Yeah, I think he's brain dead.
Yeah. I just saw Batman and Robin. Well, to be fair, Batman and Robin wasn't that bad. It was funny to a point, but this isn't about Batman and Robin.
No, forget Batman and Robin.
Yeah, so we get a lot more answers as to what the GH325 is, and we get a lot more answers on the writing, and we're going to mention that right after we get into Ward.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ward basically had a slightly bigger role in this episode than he has in a couple of the last episodes. Oh, well, I wouldn't say it's bigger than a couple of his last roles, but it's... Okay, maybe it's a medium-sized role compared to the last episode.
Yeah, if you remember... 2 weeks last episode, Ward escaped custody.
Yeah, and he was basically running around, whichever where he was going, and he basically makes his way to Boston, where, I'm not even kidding here, he manages to trick a Hydra team, including Bakshi, kills pretty much all of them, and leaves Bakshi alive for May and Ward to get. Oh, did I say May and Ward? I meant May and Bobby Morse, Mockingbird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bakshi just got punked.
Yeah, don't ask me to remember names from an episode I just watched 2 hours ago. Yeah, which is a funny thing, because I don't actually watch the episodes as they come on. I watch them the next day, because, I'm in college and all that.
Yeah, I do that too, but that's for entirely different reasons.
Yeah. So, yeah, they basically leave Bakshi behind for May and Morse to get and bring him back to the S.H.I.E.L.D. headquarters, because... I'm guessing they're probably going to use him the same way they used Ward before.
Yeah, but I think they're going to be a little more intense about their interrogating.
Yeah, because he is really close to Whitehall, and they actually name-drop Strucker in this.
Yeah, because I think it's revealed in this that Whitehall is the head of the American branch of Hydra, and I think Baron Strucker is the head of the European branch. But essentially, they all answer to Baron Strucker.
Yeah, they're probably going to address that in Age of Ultron when that comes out next year.
Yeah.
So yeah, Strucker does get name dropped in this, and yeah, I would assume that Whitehall is in charge of the American side while Strucker is on the European side, but do you think there are other Hydra agents out there aside from them? Because we actually mentioned this once before that I think they were going to set up the Kraken in this, or the Council, or I can't remember it was a few reviews back.
Yeah, the Hydra Council, because Whitehall is the Kraken.
Yeah. So I would hope they'd set that up at some point, maybe after Age of Ultron, because I don't think they're going to kill off Strucker.
Yeah, I really want to see Viper or Madam Hydra because I want it done right this time, not like it was done in the Wolverine.
I don't think we're gonna get Viper in this, because, remember the rights thing?
Yeah, I mean, they could probably pull a Quicksilver Scarlet Witch thing on it, but...
Yeah. Neither here nor there, who knows?
Yeah.
And now, the big part of this episode, like I said, we finally get the answer as to what the writing is, and that writing, as we mentioned in the last one, it's a map, but that's actually not the case. It's not a map at all. It's not even a formula. It's actually a blueprint.
Yeah, it's a blueprint to a city, and me and Zach, we have talked a lot about this, like, outside of these recordings, and we have said that it's gotta be the Inhumans, so we are pretty sure that this is the blueprint or the map of the city of Attilan.
Yeah, and I've been making claims as to Sky's father could possibly be an Inhuman, and I've made also speculation that they're going to set up the Inhumans in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and this has to be Attilan. I mean, there's just no other way. It could be Atlantis, it could be Wakanda, it could be even Asgard, but really, guys, they confirmed that that body from last season was a Kree. I think they're setting up the Inhumans here.
Yeah, and for those of you who don't know what Attilan is basically the ancestral home of the Inhumans.
Yeah, so what more proof do you need, guys?
Yeah, and that was really cool because the way they figured out what it is, it's a really cool way. We won't spoil it for you, but they have to look at the writing from a different angle, essentially.
Yeah, and they basically find it out at like the last third of the episode, so we're not going to spoil it for you. Definitely go check it out for yourself.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, but overall, I'm not going to say this is my most favorite episode of the series, because a lot of these episodes have been really good. I think there was one that was slightly good, but this one is probably just... This one's good. This is definitely building up to something big.
Oh yeah, and like the showrunners for the show has said that later down the season, the S.H.I.E.L.D. team will go to other worlds. So that could be a hint that there might be going to Attilan or some other place.
Yeah, so my guess is, I know I've made this guess a lot of times in speculation and whatnot, yada yada yada, but they've got to be setting up the Inhumans here. I am dead sure they're going to be setting up the Inhumans.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah. But anyway, like I said, good episode, good action, good story, all around good.
Really good. I agree with you.
Yeah, and I think my favorite parts of this episode, the highlights of this episode, were Ward and Coulson. More so Coulson than Ward.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's actually a few things that are mentioned from last season that are brought back to this season, but I'm not going to spoil it for you guys. Go check it out for yourself, and comment below what you guys thought of it. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Whatever you know, comment below. You know the deal.
Exactly. Although this episode didn't have a vampire cow either.
Yeah, Oscar's never going to let that vampire cow go. But anyway, guys, with all that said, I am Zach.
And I'm Oscar.
And we will see you guys next time in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. review, or... We'll just see you in the next Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. review. I'm sorry, I can't do names today. Yeah, well, later, everybody.
Inhumans!